Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is the Sony ICF-7600A. This is an AM/FM shortwave classic portable radio. I got this donated to the channel by an anonymous donor. Thank you, sir. You know who you are. Great radio. You can find them on eBay, ranging between $50 to $100 depending on condition. Like this one here in the box, probably around about $75 to $80. Without the box, probably around $50. And then even parts, you can buy parts radios around $25 that don't turn on. I have a feeling they're easy to fix because I see them selling all the time. But here it is. Came in the box. Awesome. The person who supplied this had all the original stuff. So there you go. Go ahead and flip this open. So yeah, he had everything dated. So this came from actually 1982, but he dated it probably when he bought it. January 10th, 1983. Pretty awesome. This is the operating instructions. I really don't think we need this. It's a pretty basic setup. And I am in Chinese here. All different languages. Let's see if there's English. We're getting there. I have a feeling. There it was. Yeah, so I guess I could show you for posterity. It's kind of fun, right? Owner's record. It's got a serial number on it. I think it's even going backwards. So here we are. Precautions, battery life, frequency coverages for this radio. Interesting, they have a Type 1, Type 2, the AW models. This one has the expanded FM band on it, which is kind of neat. It's probably why it's international style with all these languages here. But there you go, in case you need to have a manual for yours and you don't have it. Boom, there you go. Oh, wow, there's a lot of specs on here. Let me see if I can zoom it up. Okay, so they're showing the breakdown. He's got it highlighted which model it is. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, it's cool. I'll tell you a little bit about the built-in antenna. There's just a lot of cool things about this radio. I love it. And here we go. Talk about battery runtime. Okay, cool. New super batteries. Cool. I like to see those. There you go. Weighs about 1 pound and 6 ounces. Did not know that. Actually, the first time I looked at this. Okay, cool. Let's keep moving. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Look at this. Oh, those are cool radios. Oh, look at that. It's awesome. Yeah, these are all neat. Can you imagine? Oh, man, I love it. Wow, that's a tank right there, isn't it? Shortwave guide by Sony. Pretty much talking about, how it bounces off the different layers. Nice. In different language. Again. Okay, so the beginning is probably going to be English. But yeah, pretty cool. Shortwave guide. Gotta love it. There's English. Awesome. What is shortwave? There you go. If you guys don't know, freeze frame and read that. Solar propagation. Yeah. And what you can expect. There's different ranges of frequencies. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's a little primer on shortwave. Everybody always wants to know. And here it is. Different bands. Talking about characteristics of each of those bands. When you can expect to hear them. Very cool. Spending a lot of time on this paperwork. More than I thought I would. But how often do you get to see this? This is just too cool. Yeah, it won't pick up single sideband with this radio, unfortunately. But those other radios that show on the front, yeah, they can. So I think we're done with this. But they talk quite a bit about other things here. About antennas. Very cool. Look at that. That is awesome. Very cool. Okay, so you get an idea. Neat little guide. Loving that. Sony. Yeah. Another thing, which I'm not going to open up, is a service manual. Came with the foam still. Gotta love it. And the radio. Okay, I'll pull that out. Original. We have the blue plastic, and we got a bag, and then the earphone looks original too. Original earphone. I don't think it's been used. There you go. For private listening. Okay, let's set that aside. And bring the radio front and center. Let's go over it real quick so we get to tuning it. It's going to be fun. I'm going to zoom this on down. Get up close and personal. Yeah. I've had a lot of enjoyment of this radio already, as you can tell. So dimensions. We are 7¼ inches in length, including the end of the tuning knob. We're 4.5 inches in height, and we have a thickness of 1¼ inches. A little size comparison. We'll go kind of quick here, so we can, like I say, turn it on and have some fun. Let's see, we got CC Pocket in the house. Current time is 11:37 p.m. That's Central Standard Time, and I'm located near Chicago, Illinois, USA. We have CC Skywave, which is on. Turn that off. There we go. Size comparison. And then we have, always laying around here, is a deck of cards. Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He loves shortwave radios from Japan. He's Iron Man. Yeah, you get it. Deck of cards. Gives you an idea. Awesome. So let's talk about features real quick of the ICF-7600A. Like I said, made in 1982. Amazing. So let's go features, and I'll talk a little bit about the radio. I took it apart. I'll go over that too. Carry strap, swivel, nice. We have 2 jacks here. One is to start tape recording. So if you have that feature, it initiates a signal to the radio. Just turn it on. We have a earphone jack for recording the audio. DC input, 6 volts. No polarity is opposite of normal. Beautiful thing. The ICF-7600A and Sony is embellished and raised. It's got kind of a cool raised surface. I like that. We've got a metal speaker grill here. 3-inch speaker. When I had this radio apart, I measured it, and it even said in the manual there that it was 3 inches. That's nice. We got a volume slider. It was so scratchy, so I cleaned it with deoxic fader formula. Always use fader formula on your, of course, faders and potentiometers. Anything that has a volume pot, you want to use the fader formula. Don't use a solvent. You will ruin the carbon film on the resistor, and then you won't have any resistance, and your volume will be shot. So keep that in mind when you're cleaning your radios. Switches, on the other hand, you can use contact cleaner or deoxic D5. I usually use D5 on these. These still are a little scratchy. These are notorious. These 3 switches here, the band switches. But I used them on all the switches here. But yeah, so we got our volume slider. Whoops, turned it on. Power off. These turn the radio on, by the way. We have volume. We have our tone control, which is really nice. Almost acts like a bandwidth filter on shortwave and AM. We have low, high, and all the way down is news. I keep it in the middle on low for most things. There you go, FM, AM, multi-band receiver, shortwave dual conversion, which is nice. Tuning LED turns red when we're in tune, very sensitive LED. The band structure is kind of interesting, more of a daytime listener. I picked up a lot on the 19 meters today when I was listening. It was awesome. But as you can see, there is no 10 megahertz, and there's no upper of the 31 meter band, which is weird, or lower. It's like they started out like at 9.5 to 9.8. So back then that must have been very popular, but right now 9.2 is where you want to start, and you want to end it at 10 megahertz. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer there, but it's still usable. Like I said, I probably use on the 19 meter band. Yeah, there you go. Over here we got medium wave. It goes up to 1630, by the way. Older radios don't have the expanded band, but I get extra. I get a little bit of extra on the end, top end. It goes down to 530, of course. Indicator is fairly accurate. We got dial indicator there, and over here, FM band 76 to 108, so it's expanded, so international model. And then we have a log scale next to that indicator there as well. And of course here we have our selector for the shortwave bands. Of course I showed you how you turn the radio on. Press this and the radio turns on. FM, medium wave, shortwave. Hopefully we'll get to turn on the shortwave and hear what we can hear tonight. Of course here we can lock the radio down by pushing that up and in. It's a mechanical lock. Just power off, especially with the orange indicator saying it's locked. So these buttons won't work now. Pull that back, and now these will turn the radio on. There you go. Over here we have our tuning knob, which is nice and smooth. Of course, this is analog tuning, nice smooth action. I like that. Top of the radio, we'll pull up whip antenna, which extends out to 27 inches. Absolutely amazing for FM and shortwave listening. Picks up quite a bit, especially on FM for an older radio. I was pretty impressed. Back we have a world time chart. Pretty neat. Made in Japan. Oh yeah, loving it. Back here, vented case behind the speaker. And here we have 4 AA batteries. I'm not going to mess with the door. Just believe me, they're in there. 4 AA's. It's that simple. All right, cool. So that's the feature list right there. As for one more thing, the internal AM antenna, the Ferrite antenna, is 4 3/4 inches. Quite a large antenna inside this radio. So the medium wave is excellent. So if you're an AM listener like myself, you're really going to enjoy this radio. So if you're interested in a classic analog tuning portable that has a little bit of shortwave on it, you might want to check this one out because it's pretty common on eBay. I noticed quite a few of them there. A little bit of a premium price tag, but awesome. I'll have links below to it. Check it out. If you want to support the channel, I am an eBay affiliate, which is awesome. It helps the channel. Rock on. You guys are great. So FM reception report, it gets a solid 3-star rating. I start out at 1 star, fair, 2 star, okay, 3 star, good, 4 star, very good, 5 star, excellent, which is awesome if you ever get a radio that good. I think I only rated 1 in an excellent category, Sanjin, I believe. But this is good. It found 60 stations, which puts it solidly above a normal analog receiver. So your normal one would be something like a handheld back in the day, old school, when you couldn't afford this bad boy, you had this bad boy. So there you go. Yeah, I'd like to have this back in the day. This would have been awesome. Yeah, loving it. Just amazing. So FM selectivity was also good. Found a lot of stations in between strong stations. So definitely placement of that whip antenna, you can find quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on, FM. And we're turning it up. I have a transmitter going with radio todderbert playing on my Sony player. I'm going to grab it here without destroying too much. C-Crane FM transmitter 2 at 97.7 megahertz, clear frequency, open, so I'm not interfering with anybody's music. And then, of course, Sony player playing the music. So we'll go ahead and do an audio demo. Compare it to my other videos, and you'll hear the difference in tone quality. So we're going to go ahead and try to find a station. We're picking up all kinds of stations here with the antenna down. There we go. Just run for a minute or two. That sounds better. go, a nice little audio demo. I like to do that. Just give it a general idea for the audio, the quality. In person, this speaker sounds fantastic. 3-inch, like I say, it's a low profile speaker, but boy, definitely not tinny at all, and that was on high tone, so imagine all the way down to news. So let's go ahead, we're going to raise the antenna, and we're just going to use the whip. I'm not going to anything up to it. I'm going to pull this up. This is kind of cool. There we go. And we're going to swivel this around. We can go full 90 degrees on that antenna, which is fantastic. Look at that. And then I can put this full frame, and we can tune the shortwave. Down here, my subfloor basement, I'll probably still pick up stuff. So let's go ahead and extend the antenna up. There we are. Okay, so we're going to go to shortwave. We're going to go to the first band. We're going to go to the bottom. We're going to see what we can pick up. So it's showing at 5.95, going to 6.2. Let's see what we can hear. There's something there. Don't expect to pick up much. Right to the noise floor. Let me just, I'm gonna hook up a wire just to see if it does anything. There we go. That helps a little bit. Yeah, not that impressive tonight, so. But during the day, I was pretty impressed with its daytime reception. Now we're on the second band, 41 meters. Pretty much the ham band. So the way they got that structured, you're just not going to pick up much. And the last band, 31 meters, I don't think we'll pick up anything. We can try. Go to the bottom. Go a little quicker. Maybe we'll do an FM band scan. How about that, guys? Sounds like fun. And gals. Yeah, it's pretty boring finding nothing. Definitely daytime tuner on shortwave. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to FM. Turn that down. We're going to go to the bottom, which should be right about ish there. FM. Alright, so unhook that wire. Don't need the wire. Sensitive radio. Okay. FM band. I can't hover on music, so I'll be going quick.
Temperatures are falling. Is your heating system ready to go? Call Chicagoland's Giant HVAC to check out and service your heating system now.
In Illinois is going to be our last caller today, but we'll do a part 2 on this tomorrow.
Close friends with both Robert and Clara Schumann throughout his life, throughout his career.
It will never change. I'm young.
From her
spent in a couple of ways. One is that those people who lost their business, which estimated to be around their business, which estimated to be
one who runs in my direction. It's only from you.
jug.
I knew that. Any size window, any door, and any budget. Shop at home. I can feel the paradise before my To get started, enroll in a We're here when you want us. Stay connected.
I try to hold on to
If you're playing me,
Tomorrow on that.
I couldn't take no bath. You got
Okay, cool. That's the FM band. Nice. That was picking up a lot, wasn't it? Loving it. Yeah. Shortwave was dead tonight, but the FM was coming in like crazy. Yes. And usually down here in the subfloor basement, I don't do very well on FM. This is a great radio for FM. Can't believe it. From 1982, still rocking it. Push that antenna down. Stow it away. It's nice that it has the original top on it. They made this thing pretty tough. All right, so we're going to go to the medium wave. Now I'm going to have 2 dedicated videos to daytime and evening. It's that good of a AM listener. Wow, really is good. The other night I was picking up all kinds of fun things. So we're going to turn it all the way down to the bottom of the band. Let's go to medium wave, turn it up. Now, antenna's up here, 4 3/4 inches. Like I say, very sensitive. And I'm going to be turning it to the station to receive. Put it on low. Music sounded better on high. This is 530 CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, which is 441 miles, 250 watts. If I turn it, I was getting Cuba the other night. It was really nice. Cuba's southeast here. Just a little bit hint of it. But yeah, Bandscan video will show that I picked up Cuba. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's keep going.
$50 a year, maybe less, because that's what the company's paying for an entry-level position, but who can actually afford to do that?
540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, 70 miles north, 400 watts.
In the place they need to be, you'll have that job. Yep.
And that was millions and millions of views online. So Lucas Coates, who lost to Trudy Valentine in the Democratic primary this last time, is at it again, and he's setting aside.
I think this is 550 KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
This could get interesting. We'll try and get him on the show here in the next couple of days. It's time for us to step aside. We'll see you tomorrow morning, hopefully 6 a.m., 5550 KTRS.
There it is. Cool. Call letters. That's a beautiful thing. Right next to a Chicago station.
.com and their professional installation services if you want those.
560 WIND, Chicago.
Satisfaction guarantee, and you can check it out for yourself. Why is blinds.com?
We'll go a little quicker here.
For a family of 4. Turns out you can do it. It's a chance. Work of the civil rights leader.
Around down the program, Chicky Williams and Beyond the Sunset after hearing Justin Trevino doing Before You Say Amen on the Legend, 650 AM WSM. My name is Jeff Hogue. Thank you so much for spending...
Nashville, Tennessee, 650 WSM, 434 miles to the south.
On bluegrass music. Tomorrow night, the week that was in country music history.
660 WFAN, New York, New York, 750 miles. You actually improve the gain by using a passive loop like a Turk Advantage here. Put it perpendicular to the top of the radio. We'll tune it.
Successful. What you did?
Light one on.
No, it's look.
Without the loop.
I don't understand why Yankee fans keep calling about this. I mean, it's not about the Yankees. My God. Are you?
Yeah, so 660 is home of the Yankees. Awesome. It's right next to Chicago 670, which is a just huge station.
And a 40% increase in new users for scratch-made Asian cuisine.
670, The Score, WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
For website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and
Saturday morning,
700, WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
And Spain. This spectacular Royal Ceramic showroom covers all the bases.
And room to stop. That's why I always hang back and follow other vehicles at a safe distance. Everyone can help keep our roads safe. Next time you're driving, try to remember to always
Ride in beautiful downtown Chicago. A Nexstar Media Group station.
It's 40 degrees and cloudy.
So 720, WGN, Chicago.
James Sears. Assault weapons are officially outlawed in Illinois. Most residents are pushing back as a railroad company tries to expand in Illinois.
Okay, so that music there, 740, Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast.
Panel will investigate the matter. Kentucky Congressman James Comer has written the White House seeking more details.
Should be 750, WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast.
In a separate letter to the head of the National Archives, Comer suggests political bias at that agency.
To them.
House Republicans are asking U.S. Intel for a damage assessment.
2018.
California's governor says at least
12 years.
Peak seen in California, where a string of 6 atmospheric...
Okay, this is pretty cool. 760 is coming in strong. WJR, Detroit, Michigan. I thought I was somewhere else. I thought I was on 780. 270 miles.
Federal state of emergency following back-to-back atmospheric
Very
river
clean.
storms. The National Weather Service reveals rainfall.
Tickets have gone on sale for the month-long promotion known as Broadway Week. Most shows will be offering 2-for-1 tickets for performances during January 17th through February 12th.
WABC.
The Other Side of Midnight with Frank Morano up next on 77 WABC. Your forecast from the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center.
There you go, 770 is New York, New York, WABC, 750 miles northeast.
37 degrees and mostly cloudy outside the Midtown Manhattan studios. 77 WABC News Time is 1:01. I'm Alex.
Eve, your CBS News correspondent Matt Piper.
CBS News has learned that Trevor
So there's
Bickford now
780
faces terror charges in
WBBM.
connection with...
So anyway, you get the idea. I could keep going, but I'm going to have a full band scan on the AM, so we'll go ahead and turn it off. We'll do final thoughts on the Sony ICF-7600A. Is it for you? I think that if you like analog radios and you like classic, give it a shot. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you're not afraid to open up the radio and service it, it comes apart really easily. I believe there's like 4 screws. You got to pull the tuning knob out just a little bit. Don't try to take it off completely. It's pretty tough. Mine was really on there. So I was able to pull it up just enough to clear the case. So I'm able to pull the front panel off from the back. And then the radio module is like a separate piece. So it comes in 3 pieces, back, front, and middle. And the middle has all your radio components. And you're able to get to these switches because these drop through. This drops through, this drops through, this drops through. The volume, the tone control, all drops through, which is nice. And you're able to clean easily these 3 switches. Well, sort of. They do pop out. You got to be careful to not lose a little metal spring. You pop these out, and then you can get to the switch underneath. And this one's easy. And this one's part of the main switches here. This just kind of locks it. This is the hardest one to get to because it's got a plastic piece over separating it from the PCB. So this one's a little harder to clean. This one's easy. Fader's exposed. Just a little tiny Q-tip, get in there and put a little bit on there and you're good to go. That was scratchy. Now it's perfect. It smells great. So yeah, that's easy to service radio. You may even pick up a parts one and fix it if you're into like checking capacitors and resistors and finding out what went wrong. But it seems like people who are in the know how to fix these. Very serviceable. Again, you can find the service manual online like I have, which is awesome. So yeah, definitely gets a thumbs up for classic radio tuning. Again, very sensitive on the medium wave, decent on FM. I love it. And shortwave, like I said, it's okay. I had my most fun on the segmented band 5 there. Yeah, they have it 19 meter. That band there was really fun. Solar conditions. I was picking up all kinds of stations all over the world. That was a great time with just a whip in the inside, sitting down in my chair. Definitely fun to tune during the day. Evening, not so much. There's not much to pick up here. But as you heard, I might be able to pick up Cuba on a clearer night. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up. If you're a Sony fanboy or fangirl, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of more Sony reviews. I like these radios, like try to collect them when I can. The prices are sometimes a little expensive, but it is worth it. And then 3, comment below what you think about the 7600A. Now they've come up a long ways. I have the ICF-7600GR, which is the last iteration of this size radio, the digital model, of course. But yeah, it's kind of cool. They have like one of the originals going to one of the last ones they ever made. So let me know what you guys think. All right, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.